We are live after having some technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It keeps saying I have multiple lives open. That one got deleted. So here we are, y'all. Here we are. It's always something over here with your girl. Okay, it's always something over here. But hopefully y'all get the alert that I'm live so we can chat, come into the room. Let's enjoy our Saturday. I know some of y'all are dealing with a lot of rain in LA. Okay, your girl's in Dallas and she's not dealing with none of that. Storm watch. You know when it's a storm in California, especially in LA. Oh, we gotta do nonstop coverage. We gotta be prepared. It's just nonstop coverage. And every now and then, lately I've been like, okay, let me see what's going on over with the weather in LA. I'm like, dang, y'all got a 20-minute video just about the rain. But come on into the room, you guys. Let's have some fun tonight. Every Saturday we've been going live discussing the Braxtons. So let me know where you're watching from. Let me get my life together as usual. But how y'all doing? Come on into the room as I of course have to fix some things. Where you watching from? How was your Saturday? Are y'all prepared yet for Thanksgiving? Okay. Is Thanksgiving even happening this year? Come on into chat. Let me know where you're watching from. It's still saying that I have multiple lives on, but hopefully y'all can hear me, y'all can see me, y'all get alerted. We can have some fun tonight. Let me make sure this is active so people can see it. Come on into the chat. It looks like y'all are getting alerted that I'm live. So okay, it looks like some things are coming together. Okay, things are coming together. It's always something. But yeah, I want to talk about the Braxtons. I think there's been some news about not news, but headlines about once again Trina doubling down that Ashley be lying. Okay. That Ashley be lying instead of just, leaving it alone, not having it become like a thing again. She got something to say. Okay. But come on into the chat. You guys want to talk about the show first? That episode that was not giving anything. Like I said, Trina and Tawanda cannot hold a show on their own. Okay. It's been a reason why all these years they never got a show. And I get some of y'all have commented that maybe, Tawanda's trying to position herself to get a show for her and Sean. Who gonna watch that? Okay, who gonna watch that? Not me. Not me. I'm not gonna watch that. I am not gonna watch that. It's still saying I think the double live is I know why it's double live now. Okay. But yeah, this episode, what is left to give? Okay, what is left to give? What is left to give? Okay. And what I tell y'all last week, they were going to draw out the wedding. Okay. They're going to draw out the wedding because they have nothing really to give us. Because the sisters do not get along. There's no sisterhood. So what are we going to do? Make this season about Tawanda's wedding. And I still can't find anywhere of how many episodes this season is. We're on episode 6. I'm going to guess 8. 8 episodes, okay? So I told y'all last week, we're going to get the preparation. And then next week, we're going to get more of, okay, not preparation like days before. They're going to be at the wedding. Okay? They're going to be at the wedding this time. We probably going to see probably them get married. And then I'm probably going to say if they have another episode after that, it's going to be focused on the reception. And then at the very end, I watched too much reality TV. At the very end, we're going to get the little blurb about where everybody is. We're going to get Tawanda and Sean are blissfully enjoying being newlyweds. Tamar is working on her album. And Tony is in LA and focusing on her tour. Okay, that's what we're gonna get. Okay. But yeah, this episode was just once again, there's no sisterhood. There's nothing to give the audience. Okay. The best thing, for me watching this episode was seeing Tony with her sons. Watching them from when they were, young men, young boys. I know some of y'all felt like uh during Braxton Family Values, she was more focused on her other son. Is Denim and what's the other son name? Somebody let me know. But y'all said in the comments, y'all felt that she was more focused on her son, who I believe is on the spectrum, that he got more attention. So y'all enjoy seeing this episode be focused on Denim. Okay. It was good to just see this is what I work for. As a mother myself, as a parent who works all the time, to see the fruits of my labor, I can do things for my children. I can go out and buy a brand new car. I can watch them walk across the stage. Two successful young Black men. Okay. So that was the best part of the episode, seeing like, okay, Tony with her kids. Tony with her kids. Y'all, what am I talking about? Y'all didn't see the graduation? One of her sons graduated from Fidham, another one graduated from Howard. Oh, okay, okay. We're talking about the Braxtons. Am I missing something? Is this the wrong live? Oh, okay, you just joined. Okay, okay. But we're talking about the last episode 6 of the Braxtons. But to me, I really did think the best part of the episode was seeing her with her sons. Why wasn't there more family there? I'm guessing everyone was preparing for Tawanda's way, and that's why there weren't like more family members there. But it was good to see her, you know, um, just give back to her kids. I think people wish that they could do some of those things for their children, like give their kids whatever they want, give them a brand new car. So it was good. He was so happy and surprised. He like, who am I spy? Who am I spy? You need to call the people. Only for it to be his brand new car. Like, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. Okay, I really enjoyed that. Now, also in this episode, we see Tamar.
There's another trip or retreat worth it, like considering, like to get everybody on one accord.
I don't know. I just think that they hate me and it's too late. Some people just don't like you. I'm tired. I get tired too. And then I get tired of taking it all too. It's too much for me. I walked away from this show before, but I promised myself I'll get back. It's too much. It's too much.
There's another trip or retreat worth it, like considering, like to get everybody on one accord.
I don't know. I just think that they hate me and it's too late. Some people just don't like you. I'm tired. I get tired too. And then I get tired of taking it all too. It's too much for me. I walked away from this show before, but I promised myself I'll get back.
It's really sad because she was last season, was she just a friend of the show? She was considered a friend. Okay. Now this time, oh, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live. Thanks for coming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's sad though that she chose to come back to this show. I'm guessing with the expectation or thought of this time is going to be different. And I'm sure it took some convincing, maybe by Tawanda, maybe by production, maybe by both, that you're going to be treated right, that this time is going to be different. Only for you to come on. It's the same, but I feel like worse. Okay. It's only worse. She is very much hurting, y'all. And as much as I know people don't like, Tamar, as much as I feel like she have all these antics, at the end of the day, She is still yearning to be accepted. Okay. She is still yearning to want her family to see her. That's what she wants. Okay. You said, I don't think in this situation that it's being forced. I think in real life, in real time, yes, especially since the holidays. It's a lot of that's going to be going around. That's still your mama. That's still your daddy. Just stop by to pick up a plate. We all family. Okay. But I'm going to let y'all know y'all need to pick your chosen families, and y'all need to figure out who your community is. Community and family does not have to be blood. Who sees you? Who makes you feel welcome? Who calls you? You know, who shows up for you? You be showing up for your family, but do they show up for you? Do they show up for you? So yeah, I don't like hearing that either. Like, that's still your family. It's like, and do they treat me like family? Do they see me? Do they see me? Oh, hey. Make sure you guys are hitting that like. I see we got some new people in here. This your first time on the live? Welcome. But I think people are too quick to, from the outside, think they know what's best for you. At the end of the day, you know, why you going no contact, why you're not speaking to whoever, your cousin, your mama, your auntie, anything can happen to her. Do you really want to live with that thought of, okay, something happened to my mother while she wasn't talking to me? That is one concrete thought that I hear a lot of people discuss out loud, is that I would hate to have something happen to my family member who I'm not speaking to while I'm not speaking to them. And so people continue to put their stuff to the side because of that, just in case. What if something happens? But you have to think about, if you want to stay in communication and contact with somebody, do it with boundaries. Do it on your accord. Don't have that what if thought be at the forefront of why you continue to have a relationship with somebody. Because it's really sad, because you see her just hurting. You see her just hurting. Oh, hey, welcome for the first time. Okay. Welcome. Are you a subscriber? If not, okay, join. Subscribe to the channel. But I'm glad to have you here. Okay. But I think a lot of people can relate to what Tamar is going through. She acquires his kept. Some people can relate to Tawanda and Trina. They have siblings, they have brothers, and they're trying to figure out how to have relationships. Hey, how do we take care of mama now that she needs some help, but we don't get along? Okay, how are we gonna step up and take care of granny when we don't like each other? And oftentimes in families, it's the one person that step up and the rest of the siblings like, oh, Lakeisha got it, and don't show up. Okay. My big brother, Robert, he gonna take care of Big Mama. I see they doing good over there, so they don't really need me. I'm gonna continue to go live my life. I think a lot of people can relate to that. Okay. You love Tamar Braxton, Tracy. Yeah. That's another thing. This show is just not the same. It's not the same without Tracy. Her presence these last 2 seasons, they could have kept this. If this how y'all gonna act, y'all could have kept this. Okay, y'all could have kept it. But here we are, trying to make things work for what? For who? For who is the question also. Production, for the bank, that direct deposit. Okay. Oh, you be in the background. But it's good you decided to come on and show your face. I appreciate that also, because I know it's not easy. Okay. So thank you for coming on. Thank you for being a subscriber for a year. Thank you. But it's sad, you know, like, She comes back because she has the hope. It's hope that keep y'all going. Where it's a romantic relationship, a marriage that you feel like ain't going nowhere, a sibling relationship, the hope. I see a little bit of change in him or her. It's that. And it's also the memories, the good memories. Like, oh, yeah, he cheated on me. Yeah, he's having an emotional affair, but I've been with him 25 years. And we got 3 kids in a house. What else am I going to do? Okay. What else am I going to do? She my sister. Sisters fall out, right? I can't give up on my sister. I can't give up on my sister. Okay. I just don't feel like they're invested. They're not invested in that. They're just not invested. Right here. Right here. Oh, Sean's a producer. So they've said that before. Wasn't he was on Braxton Family Values, I believe. So he's been around. I think he's just been in the background, but now she's like, my fiance, I'm getting married. He's at the forefront now, but he's been around for like a long time. I think he actually used to do some producing for them. And over time, they develop a relationship. They've been together for a long time. And he proposed in Vegas. Y'all, was that during the pandemic? Was that in 23, 22 that he proposed? 20 was doing the show with Cedric the Entertainer, and he proposed. So he's a producer, even though some of y'all shady people were in my comments and said, what's the last hit he done produced? Y'all said, what's the last hit that he produced? I'm like, I don't really know. That reminds me of Cardi B when she's like, can y'all name 5 Mia songs? And we can't. We can't name 5 songs. But it's sad. It's really sad. What did y'all think of mommy going on the date? Is she in a place to give somebody a chance? Do y'all think she'll ever really allow another man in her life? Is all that bitterness in her heart for Michael Sr. still there? But it seemed like this was a good guy. She sure do. I need to do a video about her probably tomorrow when I got some more time. But I need to do a video on her. And I know y'all been wanting the Michael Braxton video, so I need to figure some things out and do those things. But yeah, I just think that her trauma is why she hasn't really resentment, hurt. All those things are why she has never been in another relationship. Okay, but this guy actually, he seemed decent. He seemed nice. Okay, he seemed nice. But I just don't know if Miss Evelyn gonna give nobody else a chance. Okay, I really don't think so. Yeah, very closed off. Okay, very closed off. Yeah, he started choking for a second, right? When he was like, when she asked him to go with him to the wedding, he was quiet. He was silent for a second. I don't know if I liked him, but it really don't matter what I think. 'Cause at the end of the day, she don't want him gonna date him, right? But she's so bitter with her ex-husband. Wow. I was not paying attention that hard. I'm like, when is this scene gonna be over? You think she's intimidating? Like, what's intimidating about her? It's just like all the makeup, the hair, the Braxton name. her relationship with her ex-husband, her relationship with her kids. Now that you say it, I'm like, to the wrong person, yeah, that could be intimidating. It could be. What y'all think of them flying in little planes? That Sean was an avid what RBC helicopter. He liked to fly them race car type helicopters. I was like, why are we seeing this? Oh, because y'all can't get together. I don't care that he's no RC enthusiast, that he likes to race planes. I don't care. I want to see him build a relationship with your kids. But from what I have heard, Tawana's son does not like him. Okay. He's supposed to be in the Navy, but some of y'all have said, based off of what Sherelle World is saying, that he might be indulging in some of the extracurricular substances. Okay. I don't know about all that, but that's what y'all saying. Yeah, she is mean. You think he was scared? You think he was scared? I did notice this episode. I paused on this part because I remember y'all said in the comments, I already paying attention to y'all comments and remembering them. Y'all said she looked kind of skinny. And I looked at her sitting at that table. I'm like, yeah, they right. She is very skinny. She lost a lot of weight. And I'm not sure if those are health issues. She naturally lost the weight, but I'm like, wow, Miss E has gotten very thin. Okay, that was a little bit concerning. That was a little bit concerning to me. You think the daughter sent up me is so tired. Yeah, I was like, here we go again. Yeah, here we go again. Is this our third time seeing her get set up with somebody? They do it once a season, right? Once a season. They're like, what else we gonna do with Miss E? Miss E, where do you live? Do you live with Tamar? You still live with Trina? What do we know about Miss E? She like to cook. She be with Logan. Y'all let me know in the comments. What else do we know about Miss E? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see Sean become a stepfather, even though now, they look at him as is her name Brookie? Brooklyn? Brooke? Tawana's daughter. They call him daddy. So I'm like, oh, it's serious. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I want to see him bond with the kids. I want to see her son. I think we saw him riding with her in the car last season in the Tesla, right? But tell us more about becoming an empty nester. Tell us about your daughter. Tell us about your son going to the Navy. How was that for you? Was that the goal? Was him to go away? What was that decision like? How was it for the kids to start getting to know Sean? I think there's so many more authentic stories that they refuse to show us. That they refuse to show us. Show us becoming a blended family. Does Sean have kids? Okay. You think he's disingenuous? I didn't really think that too much until I saw he put King Ladybug in front of her production company. I'm like, why are you gonna come in and kind of, put King in front of Ladybug Productions? You couldn't put Ladybug Productions plus King on the backside. That to me, I was like, oh, that to me was when I started to think what he really up to. Okay. Yeah, I didn't need that. I did not need that. What you think he up to? Do she got money? Like, yeah, Tony does look thin also. This family just has too many health issues. Stress. Yeah. No, I don't know about that. She seemed all over that man. Or it could be that he don't got nothing going on either. We saw that last season. It was what Judge Maybelline, um, the actress OG from what was it 227 and a whole bunch of other stuff she been in. But we saw them go to lunch in LA. And there was one more other person there, I think, too, right? We saw that. Y'all not gonna watch a whole episode of that. Most people are not. Okay, because we got that last season. Okay. Ooh. She hate Andre. That ain't gonna happen. I wouldn't be surprised if them kids don't really F with him no more because of the things that they have seen and heard from Tawanda. Okay. Oh, hey, T. Oh. Oh, you think she want to be Tony? Not surprising. You felt like those were not her real friends? That would be just like a random group of, older women to get together. Do y'all remember who the other person was? Judge Maybelline. I can't remember the actress's name. She's an older actress, an OG in the game. I can't remember who the other person was that she met up with for lunch. But me personally, I'm not gonna watch a whole episode of that. Mm-mm. I'm really not. Marla Gibbs. Let me put some respect on her name. Yes, Marla Gibbs, Judge Maybelline. Wasn't there like another person? I thought it was four of them eating lunch together. I like this. This was so great to see. This was the best part of the episode, watching her with her kids. Give them everything that she's been working hard for to make certain things happen. He probably graduated, both of them graduated with no loans, being able to do whatever they wanted for 4 years, live on campus, live off campus, not have to worry about how they're going to pay for things. No, really just being able to see her just look at him. This was the best part. Somebody said, this was a boring episode. I only watched 20 minutes. The rest I had to skip. Respectfully, y'all dragging this Tawanda wedding storyline. They are. And we don't care at all. Wow, somebody said, I love this show, this family. Every time I watch this show, it makes me smile. Tawanda's husband is handsome. Other people said boring, boring, boring. Nope. Nah. Hope this the last season. Tamar, we need a spinoff. So somebody said Mama done had some bad work. Why doesn't she get a new wig? Her mom needs to leave the surgeries alone. Sorry, not sorry. Dang. Y'all didn't think that those were her real friends? It just seems so random to have that group of women like Judge Maybelline, Marla Gibbs. That just seems so weird to just have these random group of women, especially Marla Gibbs at her age. What, to call her and say, we want you to come do a scene with Evelyn Braxton? I don't know. I think it's kind of a stretch. Oh, was one of them Judge Mathis' wife? Okay. Maybe one of them was Judge Mathis's wife. Okay. Yeah, she does. She looks so proud. It was good for us to get. I'm sure they were just like a family like video. It wasn't like production crew there, but it was nice. See how surprised her son was. Like, she has really taken care of those kids through it all. Yeah. I think that's why her and Tawana don't get along, because Tamar is not willing to be the scapegoat anymore. She's not willing to hold the secrets. She is not willing to play along to get along. And even though I don't feel like, she's on her healing journey, I do think this is what healing looks like at times. Very messy, especially when you choose to step out of the line and not just, do what your family wants you to do. Okay. You think that man was paid? Shit, might have pulled a Stacy. Oh man. Make sure y'all hitting the like. Let me know if you're a new subscriber, you new watcher, so I can celebrate you a little bit. Ah, okay. A wedding special. That's interesting because why didn't she have a wedding special? I low key was kind of happy she said something about her daughter hair. I was like, girl, we're gonna have to do something different, at least for the wedding. But I think I saw some of the photos. It didn't look like she changed her hair though. Okay, it didn't look like she changed her hair. This. This. That look like some perm kit in the cabinet. What is that? Oh, Vaughn and Tawanda. Hey, Satin. I started watching it like probably a week ago, but I didn't finish it. It was about him trying to or wasn't the title like him trying to carry on Tracy's legacy? I started watching it, but I never finished it. Okay. Was it anything you want to tell me was in there? But yeah, I started watching it. Vaughn and Trina. Okay, Vaughn's having some medical issues. He goes to the doctor and doesn't tell Trina that she can come in the room. Okay. What was it? She put out a new video? She did? Let me see if I can look it up. I don't think I knew she put out a new video. The life update? I think it even shows you. I started watching that. Are you talking about the life update, Satin? What's with the purple? See, I thought the purple was maybe the purple was to kind of highlight or remind us of Tracy. That's why I was like, okay, maybe that's what the purple is for. Oh, he got a little defensive. Well, he can't be on the show if he's still messing with his daddy. I think there's a line drawn in the sand with Tawanda. You with your daddy, so you can't be up over here. Okay. It's sad though, because I think that it's like, why do I have to choose? I already lost my mother. I need family connection. I need to feel like I'm a part of the family, so I need y'all's support. He doesn't think next of Canada. I feel like Kevin Jr. was very sheltered as a child, and you can kind of see some of that. I didn't watch it though. I probably will watch it. Maybe we can talk about it at some other point, but I didn't watch. I didn't watch that. I thought about that too. I did think about that. Yeah, she does not look like she didn't look that confident. And when I do see her, I see her kind of like this, Edith. Don't look at me. Don't see me. And unfortunately, I think that that's a lot of results of trauma. That girl's been through a lot. You could tell. But yeah, how long the bangs are. It's interesting because it gave "Don't look at me," but the colors are like "Look at me." And I think we see I don't want to say a cry for help, but just I want to be seen, but at the same time I don't know if that makes sense. Okay. Does that make sense to y'all? Oh yes, thank you. Okay. I just kind of wet them because they were a little bit looking kind of ashy for y'all tonight, so I did a little bit, just spritz some water on them. But yeah, I'm 8 months now. I'm 8 months locked in. Thank y'all. Thank you. I can't believe I made it this far, but thank you. Thank you. Um, mm. See, I wish there was, maybe it's on TikTok. So I wish there was a way we could watch it. I know YouTube got too many copyright stuff. It might be on TikTok. Oh, what is, oh, it's on Instagram. It's only 42 seconds though. Maybe let me look and see if it's on the TikToks. Oh, looks like it might be on TikTok. Let me see.
So we can go ahead and build on the legacy she left off at. You know, she has the foundation. She still has music that can be released and stuff. And you know, with the show, they're still trying to at least show her as much as they can. Now, only thing that I can say is she was the glue. And I think with that happening is, you know, when glue loosens, you know, it goes away. And I think that's like the biggest thing. And I was hoping for this season that they have the Braxtons. It would be me still being on there to at least give, or at least tell a story, and just be that person that can be the mouthpiece of it. So I think that was like the biggest thing. Now I'm just.
The thing is though, like he wants to do all these things, but Tawana wants ownership of her image. Okay. She wants the ownership of the image, and I think both sides are feuding. Of course, his father is like, don't do that. Tawanda is saying, yes, do that. And he's kind of stuck in the middle. I think he wants to share his mother's story, but I feel like he's not that business savvy. And unfortunately, I can see somebody taking advantage of him. So I think his father's trying to do the right thing. So yeah, they did. They did use him. Shit, I think the ex-wife used him too. She wanted that Braxton name, that Braxton last name. I feel like maybe she thought she would get more from it. Yeah, she is bitter. And it's almost like, you know, he's being punished for deciding to go back over there and have a relationship with his father. Ah. He probably do. He was married to her for how long? He probably do know all the secrets. I think it's our respect for Tracy, but then also maybe not respect for his son, but just like knowing how much that would probably hurt him too. But I'm sure he know all the secrets. Yeah, I said that last season that they were using him. And I just did not like how when he passed out, the camera crew came in. Okay, why can't we call 911 first? Why are we filming this? It was just like you could just tell. You could tell they were using him. Oh, what were you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the Ashley video. I wonder if that's also, maybe I could find it on TikTok. I know she had a TikTok. I wonder if she posted on there. Oh, here it is.
Just chaos for this. And I did want to come back on and just say that I really hope that this prompted you to have a conversation with your own family and that you decided to give your family or your friends or whoever it is a safe space to be able to talk about this in these conversations, because we normally typically, and I'm talking about from the African American community, we really decide to sweep these things under the rug, and we have to stop doing that, and we have to have these conversations, and we have to talk about these things in these situations. As much as sometimes I feel like it was negative, it was positive in the sense that we actually had these conversations. So that I'm really grateful for. And another thing that I want to say is that telling your story after being silenced is not an easy task. You know, I wish that I could just beautifully talk about the situation and it makes sense and everything, every piece is put together. It's not how it works. When you've been silenced and when you start telling your story, it's like peeling an onion, Sometimes the first time.
Did somebody put a long comment in, I think, the last video last week or the live, and said they think that Tawanda is Ashley's real mother. Okay. And that her the whole story about her mother leaving, it was all a ruse, a lie, and that Tawanda is her real mother. I'm just like, some of y'all on these conspiracy theories, like Tawanda being her real mama, and they were saying like, how often do you really see a mother like take her name off of the birth certificate and totally disappear? All that stuff cannot be true. It must be that Tawanda is her real mom. I was like, oh damn. The way you just jumped and leaped. Wow. I wonder if any of y'all saw that comment under one of the videos. Now, this is interesting. Do you think the siblings allow their broken relationships with each other to dictate their relationships with each other's children? I do, because I'm a product of that. My mother does not have the best, she did not have the best relationships with her siblings, so I have no relations with my cousins. Okay, we didn't grow up together. My cousins grew up in the hood. I did not, so I was always the one that seemed like they were I was always different because I didn't have the hood lifestyle and all those things. So yeah, I have no relationship with my aunts. I have no relationship with my cousins because of the relationship that my mom did not have as a child growing up when I was growing up with her sisters. So I do believe, I'm not saying that this is exactly happening in this family situation, but when you don't get, when the adults don't get along, the sisters, that does filter down to the children having a relationship with cousins, great aunts, great uncles. I have no relationship with any of my cousins, any of my aunts, because growing up, my mom didn't have the best relationship with them. To this day, as an adult, she still does not. Okay, she still does not. I think recently I went and saw my cousins because my grandmother had passed away, and so they did like a little, like kind of semi reunion at a park, and they didn't know I even had kids. They're like, Denise, is that you? They're like, your kids, those are your kids? I'm like, yeah, I have 2 kids. It just shows you just how it starts at the top and it filters down to the bottom. But yeah, I just have no connection. I grew up very differently. We just have totally different lifestyles. They're all still nothing wrong with it, but they're still like living in the hood, drinking, smoking in front of their kids. I don't have that kind of lifestyle, so I just don't have a relationship with them. So this is a good question, good topic. Okay. Yeah, very true. Oh, who do you think that she's cold towards? What are y'all talking about right here? Y'all think she do like Tawanda? It can't just be jeans. Genetics. But yeah, I started watching this on her YouTube channel, but it didn't really catch me in those first like couple minutes, so I didn't continue watching it. I did want to spend a little bit of time talking about, I'm guessing now because of that, this makes sense now that Ashley put that video out, and now Trina is doubling down that she
Well, I don't
lied.
know why they said it, but everybody is entitled to their own. Just because someone says it's their truth doesn't make it the truth.
Not true. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay. We'll do one more out in here because I'm gonna get real.
Lie.
Well, I don't know why they said it, but everybody is entitled to their own. Just because someone says it's their truth doesn't make it the truth.
Not true. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay. We'll do one more out in here because I'm gonna get real.
Lie.
Well, keep it for real, 100%. Forget what either side of the public says, for real. Okay, I'm going to say this. I cannot negate anyone's feelings in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
And I will say this. I think that you can never put a time limit on someone's feelings, their emotions, or even their version of what the truth may be to them. But I do wish that the people that were spoken about were able to tell their own version of their story, of their truth, because they're no longer with us.
Yeah, because it did.
And that's not always fair. That's not always fair.
Do y'all think that Vaughn has a right to be talking about this? He wasn't there. Okay. Why? And I know I did my video about Trina being codependent, but every time we see Trina, we see Vaughn. And sometimes in a healthy relationship, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, okay, you and your man's, that's your best friend. Some people say when you see him, you're gonna see me. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. But sometimes that shit can be a little unhealthy. You can't be seen without your man's. You can't go nowhere without your man's. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. He didn't know Gabe. He don't know Ashley. Okay. He doesn't know the dynamic of Ashley, her sister passing away, all the trauma of this family. Okay. He knows some secrets, but he don't know all of them. But just why is it so hard for Trina just to pick up the phone, send a DM? I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I want them to talk it out, just talk outside social media, but then at the same time, Ashley's on her healing journey, and I don't think it would be good for her to be brought back into this. Yeah. Yeah, when he said that, why was that necessary? And Trina again does not say nothing. Like, you know that comment was not necessary. Okay. You know that comment was not necessary. But there we go again. Okay. Now, did Tamar say something back? I thought she responded to this. Oh, I guess maybe she hasn't. I thought somebody had said that she had responded to what Trina has said. Dang, Tamar done got them new titties. Oh man. Yeah, she didn't got them new boobies and she just be showing the girl. I guess if you pay for them, it's like if you pay for the wig, wear it. Okay. Well, I thought she had said something responding to that, but maybe not. But does Vaughn really like her? Y'all think Vaughn really like Trina? Y'all think he really loved Trina? It don't give love to me. It don't give health. And what y'all think when he said that he went to the doctor's office and he didn't have her come in, and she said, "It's my responsibility to make sure you're healthy." And he said he didn't have her come in because he was honest with the doctor and asked the doctor, "Am I gonna die?" I guess he didn't want her hearing that. Okay. Yeah. I feel like in the moment where we saw him saying, well, they're dead. I feel like I saw her kind of shrink. And if he talks like that, on a live, like how does he talk to you and about you when no one's watching? I couldn't sit and watch that live because it just doesn't seem like there's love there. It's two people at an age where it's like, I'm too old to get back out there. I'm not going to do a divorce. I done lost so many people in my life. I'm just here. Okay. Oh, you think he want the fame? How long have they been married? They get married before the pandemic? So I remember watching their wedding. Was it on Braxton Family Values? One of the last seasons when they got married. Please make sure you guys are liking the live, sharing it. We're having a good time over here, but we need some more people to come on into the chat. Okay, come on into the chat. To me, Tamar is the show. Now y'all know y'all would watch a spinoff. Y'all would. The little bit of scenes we get from her to me are not enough. Okay. Not enough. I want to see more Tamar. Okay. More of her preparing for her album. She gives that like lightheartedness, but also I'm healing and working on myself. I think she's just very like authentic. The messy side, the hurt side, the happy side. You're kind of getting all parts of her, whereas I think in the sisterhood, you don't see all the parts. You get what they want you to see. Okay. They got married right before the pandemic. Okay. You don't want to see a spinoff? I think a lot of people would. I think she should be more honest though about being married to that man. Okay. Don't be ashamed of it. Own it that you married him. You thought it was all good. And then once you got married, it didn't work out. Like own it. I think a lot of people can relate to that. Have her, her spinoff be about here we're gonna lay it out. Y'all can give me some tips too. It's a year later, it's 2 years later post-divorce. You get her walking in, sitting down and do a confessional, and her saying, you know what? Yes, I was married to that man. And then we just go from there. Because people would be curious about her being married to him, how fast y'all got married, how fast y'all got divorced, and how you are trying to restart your life after being divorced twice, and how you don't want to give up on love, you're a hopeless romantic, and watch you just try and navigate being a mom to what Logan is. Is he a preteen? A preteen. You rebranding a little bit, coming back to music. You and your homegirls in ATL. I would watch it. I would. Okay. Throw on you going to some therapy sessions too. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all really be watching her cooking lives? I don't. Vaughn asked Vaughn why did he tell the doctor to miss her out the room because he didn't want her to know. So you think he got more health issues than what he telling her about? And I think as a wife, you need to know. You need to know. I need to be prepared. I need to know what's going on with you because what's going on with you affects us. Okay, what's your paperwork looking like? the things nobody wants to talk about, what that will looking like, what arrangements you want to have, the hard conversations. Those are a part of marriage too, a part of a relationship. I need to know what you have in order. It's the same thing for Trina too. These are my wishes. This is what I have in order. This is what I still need to get in order. I think those are important conversations to have. But her not being in the room gives to me that you're hiding something. Okay? It gives that you're kind of hiding something. But I just don't see the love. I don't see the happiness. Okay? And maybe, they got married right before the pandemic. So being in the home together for those 2 years, we're gonna say 2 years. And I think the mom came and Miss E was living with them too. Being at home for 2 years with somebody, you really get to know them. And maybe that forced connection, that forced, like we stuck with each other for the whole pandemic, made a lot of people realize they didn't want to be married to the person no more. But due to different reasons, circumstances, you feel stuck, you are stuck. But the pandemic really showed this ain't what I want, but what I'm gonna do now. Okay, what am I gonna do now? So I just personally don't see love between them. This ain't a marriage I want. Okay, this ain't a marriage I want. Now, why y'all in the comments weaponizing Tamar's mental health? Okay, why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Why we gotta do that? That's another thing to add to the show. Add her talk about her mental health. Yeah, add that too. Were y'all surprised to see Daddy Braxton? Oh, is this a Navy mom sweatshirt? I just picked up on that. I think it's a Navy mom sweatshirt. He getting kind of older too. Y'all saying mama need to leave them wigs alone. But were y'all surprised to see him? Oh, I wonder if his wife was allowed to come too. I'd be curious to know if the wife was allowed to come. Phase on in this damn house. Yeah, it was a lot of like, see, look at Miss Evelyn. She look real small here. She looks so small. Do we ever take that wig off? Yeah, I need to see this. This is probably like all of our faces watching you and Bond. Watching you and Bond. This is all of us, okay? Like, girl. Girl. Okay. Girl, what is you doing with that man's over there? Do he really like you? Are you just with him because you don't want to be alone? Is it a comfort relationship? What is it? Because it can't be love. Oh, I forgot about that part. Yikes. I forgot about that. Oh, man. Why you got that in your phone? You be with the man every day. I forgot about that part. Oh, man. Poor Tony's eyes. I totally forgot about that. Do they have pictures of Tawanda's wedding. Now him having the King Ladybug productions on everything. Oh, so they've been together since 2015. Does Sean have kids? Well, and well, I just don't like the color. Oh, she didn't change her hair. I wonder if her son was there. Her dress to me is pretty. The slit is a little bit high now. And I think they should have took off the purple thing that's like that's around the dress. It wasn't really giving wedding dress though, but this is her second marriage. She looked happy though. Did anybody see her Tawanda's son? I think maybe if it was white and then the side part, that fabric was also white, that probably would have looked a little bit better than like the purple fabric that's going around it. Oh, you mean Miss E and Mr. Braxton? Somebody said that Tawana Braxton's daughter confused this for Halloween. Y'all so shady. Like, look, she can't even sit in that dress though. They married. They's married. I don't think I saw her son in the video though. You really only see her daughter. Her makeup looks pretty. Yeah, where's her son? I guess they're probably trying to get a photo of this moment of them together. Mm. She really loves him. That's good. But where's the son, y'all? Where the son at? You think she should have done something more? I think the crown would have been good. But Tawana is very much, this is like her first wedding. I feel like she's treating the first time I'm getting married. So she wanted a veil. Hey girl, hey. Yeah, I didn't see the son. Even in the groomsmen who are up there, I don't see her son. I did see Tony's sons. Oh, if the brother was there. Good question. You got the good questions tonight, Pink Moon. Was the brother there at the funeral? That's when you see the worst in family come out, is during funerals. Oh, he was in the Navy. He couldn't get permission to maybe leave for a couple of hours or leave for a day. Oh. Let me see if there's more like videos, but yeah, I haven't seen any I haven't seen videos of like other family. She's not even smiling. Okay, we saw her walk down the aisle. I guess maybe when the episode comes out, we'll see if more family will come out. I see Tony. I don't see anything with her son. You would think there'd be a photo of just her son, her and just her son, and just both kids. I'm like, when I saw Trina, I'm like, damn, she's stuffed into whatever they stuffed her into underneath that dress. I don't feel like it's a wedding dress. Some people said that in the comments that they do think it looks like a wedding dress. The split was too high. She's not gonna be able to sit down. Yeah. I didn't see him at the wedding. Maybe when we get the episode, maybe we'll actually see him. But yeah, I didn't see him in any of the photos. I think ever since he went back to being with his father and trying to rekindle a relationship with him, I kind of feel like he kind of got iced out because he chose his father. You talking about Sherelle's world? Yes, I think Sherelle is the one who said that. I don't know. I'm not a blogger. I'm not a blog channel, so I don't really know the details of why he wasn't there. Even if he was dishonorably discharged, I would think he would still be at his mother's wedding. I think Sherelle also said that he wasn't there because he really doesn't like Sean. It's all a mess. Okay, it's all a mess. It is all a mess. And I don't even know who could fix it at this point. Somebody said get TD Jakes up in there. No. Then somebody else said get Ayanla back in there. No. Okay. They need some deep therapy. I think a therapist, psychologist who's well-versed in family dynamics, narcissism in families, trauma, deep-rooted trauma, and who's worked with different personalities within a family system. Because it is a lot for one person to juggle too. But yeah, not TD. They need more than just a pastor now. Okay, we need some deep work. Some deep work here. Okay. But yeah, these episodes are not really not giving much. Okay. They're not giving much.
Conversation. No, you don't have a right to have your own conversation. I am your wife. I deserve the right to know what's happening in our household.
It's good to see you in a good mood.
It's good to see you in a good mood because for the past few days you've been a little melancholy.
I didn't want to go to the doctor.
First of all, let's talk about that.
Is it love?
Why did you want me to leave the room when the doctor was talking to you?
Because I have a right to have my own conversation.
No, you don't have a right to have your own conversation. I am your wife. I deserve the right to know what's happening in our household. That's not fair. That's not fair, sir.
Since you're so nosy, do you really want to know?
I do.
You really do?
I really do.
I missed that part.
You promise?
I promise. I clap for God.
Well,
I asked the doctor if I was going to die.
Wasn't ready for that now, huh? Was you? Was you not ready? Wasn't ready for that one. Yeah, it is all a mess, y'all. A mess. All a mess. They're not invested in healing. They are not. There's no money in healing. There's just no money there. And if everyone is not invested in the process, it will never work. So you have to, similar to Tamar, do it on your own accord. Do it on your own. We saw Trina last season go through a couple sessions with Dr. Spirit. Never saw it again. But him calling her nosy. Once again, do you like her? Do you like her? Because it's not giving I like her. Yeah. Yeah, very immature. I agree. I could have saw that at the Grammys, Soul Train Awards. Yeah. Yeah, the daughter dress was not cute either. Ain't not cute. But let me don't want to bring up the kids too much, okay? But it was not giving. This is not marriage to me. It's not a relationship. Not a relationship. Will we ever get back to this, but together? Okay, together. Not so much separate. Okay. Can we get back to this being together? You know, Tony is not bringing her personal life into this. I'm surprised that recently she admitted to being married to Birdman on the Tamar Hall show. I was surprised because that's been a long time secret. She is not about to. Even when Tamar brought up his name at that dinner scene, that dinner table, yeah, she don't want nothing to do. She don't want his name brought up at all. They said he was in the Navy. So he was in the Navy, and I guess he got maybe honorably discharged, allegedly. I don't know. Okay. But yeah, wasn't she on the Tamara Hall show? Let me see. It's crazy because I can't find the clip anywhere of her being on the show and talking about being married to him. I tried to look it up last week too. You know, I saw this the other day. Why can't
it's from a negative place?
Why can't
I think it's just
have
from
a
a place of
therapist on there?
I very much exist independent of this family group, and that's what my real life is. I feel like that's what I see.
Dustin, I feel like we're breaking a case here. You just sparked a thought in my mind.
For real, you see what I'm saying? You feel me? Like
yeah,
I think,
but then, now that you open up a whole other door in my brain, Dustin, because now I'm thinking, if I'm Tony Braxton and I'm this beautiful Libra superstar, that does matter, honey. Okay, and I am one of one.
Hold on, Blue. Does being a Libra matter in this conversation? Tell me
what
yes
I'm about
or no.
to say, absolutely. Yes,
okay,
it absolutely does. So I'm the shiny one, right? And then I realized I'm from the church, and I had to do this show as my form of tithing. No disrespect. When Tony Braxton first did Braxton Family Values, it was like she was tithing. She was giving 10% to the family so they could get off her ass, right? So you do that, and it's real cute. But then the annoying little sister that whenever I'm around her, I immediately gaslight her for fun because I've been doing it my whole life with my sisters. Like we always collectively do this thing with Tamar. It's so easy to make her feel dismissed, right? The thing that I've always told my sister was see her as the one that's fun and cute, but if she's ever too much, it's easy to dismiss her. Like a fly shoe, right? And then she becomes the breakout star. And there becomes rumbles where little sis is a bit of an asshole because we didn't teach her emotional regulation as matriarchs. So it's going to her head that the audience is affirming her in the way that I haven't. If my other sisters who are obsessed with me keep on picking on her, two things are happening. Number one, we have content. And number two, the deep part of my ego that at one moment around season 3 thought that I might have competition never has to worry about that happening, because my other two sisters will always neutralize her star power. And so there's this thing that happens where Tamar was clipping on my heels when the audience was obsessed with her. But now that she keeps on getting pulled very easily like Cardi B, because she likes emotional regulation, and I had plenty of it as Tony D. Braxton, there's a certain level of my ego that never has to be fully threatened as long as Tamar is continuing to be gaslit.
What do y'all think about this? Because I think some of y'all were saying that y'all feel like Tony is jealous of Tamar. What do y'all think about that? Because they can't get along. Because they can't get along. They can't even sit at a dinner table with no food. Okay, no food. I don't even think, did they even have drinks on the table like glasses of water? A scene we all knew was going to be a dinner scene. But you want them to be at you expect them to come together for a barbecue? They can't come together for a wedding. They couldn't come together for Trina's funeral. They was arguing with Kevin Sr. about live streaming her funeral, what type of funeral to have. But y'all expect them to come together for a barbecue. A barbecue. When they came to come together about their own sister funeral. Sit with that. Something as easy as putting some chicken on the grill, some sides. Y'all really expect that? When they were publicly arguing over live streaming Tracy's funeral and what kind of funeral they were going to have. So much so that there were 2 different memorial services, y'all. So I can only imagine if something was to happen to Miss E and they are not getting along, how much of a disaster and diabolical some of these sisters are going to get because of the money and different things. Okay. Then you asked where the son was. I said the son was in the Navy. He don't want to be seen. Just like I think low key her daughter don't want to be seen. Yeah, I don't think the daughter want to be seen either. He's somewhere. Sound like some of y'all saying he's somewhere getting into trouble. Okay. But do y'all think that Tony is jealous of Tamar and that Tamar was stealing her thunder, her star power, so she had to put the kibosh? And that's when it all started to fade away. And what got loud was that Tamar is the problem. Okay, is that when it got loud? That Tamar is a problem. I don't know, y'all. Where do we go from here? Where do we go for season 3 of the Braxtons? Because you know it's not going nowhere. Too much attention, too much money, too much traction. What we going to do next summer or fall for the 3rd season? Tawana got married this time. Nobody going to be getting married again. I doubt anybody's going to be really going through a divorce at that point. Tamar already went through a divorce secretly. Or some annulment. Trina not about to leave on. Okay. I just don't know. Where do we go from here? Let me know in the chat. Where do we go from here? Because as much as y'all saying that y'all would not watch another season, y'all are. Okay. Y'all gonna watch it. Y'all gonna watch it. You think she's not comfortable? I think Tamar and Tony are the star power of the show, though. We see that when we don't really see them, we don't watch. We skip, we fast forward. Is there room in this family for them to both be stars? Okay, is there room for both? I think it's just too many egos. This family has too many egos to get along and be family. Everyone's on their own accord. It's all about me. I. There's no we. Okay. Even last season, watching them sit on that couch, it started off the same way last season. Now I think about it. They were all sitting on the couch having a counseling session with Dr. Spirit. This season, they were all sitting together at the dinner table. No expert. Okay. And just how them being together exploded and started this negative like trajectory. So that's why I'm like, okay, well, what's gonna be the bait? They always in the news though, so between now and next summer, it's gonna be something. Okay, it's always something. I just don't know at this point, like, what can you really give us if you're not willing to share your authentic story? And everybody said, a lot of people say they're not gonna watch. We gonna watch. Okay, we gonna watch. What brother? What brother? Paulette? I think Tony is physically and mentally tired. She's already the matriarch. She's a number two. She's a number two. I don't think it should be on Tony. I think it should be on everyone individually to work on themselves. But like I have said, they're not invested in healing. Okay, they're just not invested in healing. And when one person wants to heal and the system around them is not invested, it's not going to work. That's why when I used to do like therapy with teens, it was so hard because the problem oftentimes were the parents. But the parents came to me like the child is the problem. The child is the problem. But that is also a ecosystem. A household is an ecosystem. And the system has to be invested too, not just pointing the finger or thinking, just fix my son and everything's gonna be better. How did we all get here? We contribute to how we got here. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Do we care if Tony is young and relevant though? I think we like Tony for Tony. That's why when I saw this, I was like, I don't really like, no, I don't think it's that. That's why sometimes when I watch, I was watching this, I'm like, you need a therapist on here. Not someone speculating, not someone who's looking at those surface level behaviors, someone who knows the deeper work of family healing. I could be a little bit shady. I know I could be shady too. So, have someone go on there who knows about therapy, family dynamics, and who could see past the behaviors, who could see past the conspiracy theories. I don't know if Tony was, but I feel like Tawanda was. It started when Tamar first got her record deal a long time ago, before the cameras were there. It goes way back. I wonder if some ways Tawana feels like she's the one who always gets left behind. Tony is doing her thing, did her thing. Trina decided to have a baby, not Trina, Tracy decided to be a mom, have a baby. I think at that point, I don't think Tawana had kids at that point. So she was the one probably left with the bag to take care of mommy and other things. And then Trina got a record deal. Not Trina. Tamar got a record deal. I guess what was Trina doing? Oh, she was doing backup. I guess they were technically both doing backup at one point for Tony. And then also Trina had bar chicks. She had some things she was doing. She was in her band. And I don't know what really Tawana was doing outside of Tony. So being in the background, maybe that kind of over time just really got to her. You always say this. Yeah, I heard that too. Like, show me the receipts. Not something that somebody from the family or adjacent to the family is sprinkling in your ear. Because it's somebody over in their camp that's leaking out the material to Sherelle. Okay. It's somebody who giving her all the information, somebody from the inside. Because the stuff that she be talking about sometimes, it has to come from somebody leaking some information. I'm not sure if it's an assistant, a distant cousin, an auntie, but somebody is leaking information, y'all. Somebody is leaking information. Mm. You know, Tony got some ego. Like I said, they all got egos. They all got egos. No, they all got egos. But that's so crazy to me that I cannot find that Tamar Hall interview anymore where she said she was married to Birdman. I wonder if they scrubbed it from the internet. Because I have not. Did anybody else see that clip where she was promoting her was it the tour with Boys to Men? Like, I know I saw that. Because she on a crazy wig. But now you can't find it nowhere. And that's kind of crazy. I wonder if it might be on the Tamara Hall. I didn't even oops. I didn't even look to see if she had like an Instagram for her show. Maybe it's on there. Do y'all remember when Tamara Hall used to be more about provocative like conversations? I feel like a year or two after she started her show, she just flipped and went was trending, was popular. Her show was a lot different in the beginning. But yeah, I can't find it on her page either. Wow. Now I'm starting to think if they purposely deleted from the internet. Yeah, oh, there's some of this stuff. I think I'm starting to go too far back. But I know she's on this damn show, y'all. She was on this show. Yeah, it's not even on her Instagram. They must have took it down on purpose. I don't know though, because she's been sharing it with her. I just find maybe she's too tired to care anymore. She's too tired to care. Yeah. They're not showing us their real lives. I still wonder, where does Evelyn live? Show me your life. Show me where you live. Okay. I don't see any of that. We see Trina's kids sprinkled in. I have a feeling that they don't really want to deal with Bond and that they don't like him, so we don't see them that much. Yeah, that's why I've been doing so many videos. I have a whole Braxton's playlist over the last 2 years. Yeah, Miss Tony Braxton. Yeah. But yeah, that's crazy. I really think that they scrubbed that interview. Cause I cannot find anywhere where she said she was married to Birdman. Yeah, it's not on her that's not on her page anymore at all. You think she's speaking third person too much? But yeah, y'all didn't give me no ideas for season 3 of the Braxtons. So y'all are probably also like, okay, what are we gonna do season 3? Because it's not really giving nothing, y'all. We dragging out Tawanda wedding. I can't find nowhere how many episodes we gonna get. I'm thinking we probably gonna get probably 8. 8 episodes. It's too much money and all this drama and chaos. It's gonna be a season 3. Okay, it's gonna be a season 3. Yeah, she does have to keep working. Look at that expensive ass car she just bought. Putting 2 kids through college. And she's gone through bankruptcy. Was it twice? He might have been at the graduation. Maybe we just didn't see him on camera. Oh, healing recognition, reconciliation. Yeah. They're just not invested in that. I would love to watch that. I've said so many times, have it where they go off to like a retreat, 2 weeks at a retreat, no phones, just us, a therapist, psychologist, and maybe someone doing like some body yoga. And it's just really focused on them healing. You shouldn't have a camera there, but just because I want to watch it, have a camera there. But do something like that. Yeah, we talked about this a little bit earlier. I didn't see that part. I didn't watch the whole thing. I only watched like a little bit of it. Yeah, we all said we would watch a spinoff. Oh, okay. Is that why she's always with somebody else? Interesting. I didn't think about that. It's probably high insurance for her shows because she does have a lot of health issues. I really don't hear about her canceling that much though. But I can see I just probably don't pay attention to her shows and stuff. Yeah, they're not willing to be authentic. Yeah, they're not willing to do that. I think Tamar is, but not the rest of them. But yeah, they all have like I think except Tawanda and maybe Trina. The rest of them, Tony has health issues. Dan Tamar had blood clot issues. Miss E has health issues. I don't really hear too much about Daddy Braxton, but they have a lot of like a poor health history. So but yeah. Anything else y'all want to talk about tonight? Let me see.
Told, which brings me to this allegation that someone within your family told your deepest pain. What happened?
Well, we went for help.
Who is we?
Me and my family went for help. We went for counseling. And I wasn't helped. I was humiliated.
What were you seeking help for?
Because from the show, it did create a lot of division between me and my sisters. And it did create, something that was never there, which was we couldn't get along and we couldn't communicate. We stopped communicating.
Oh,
and we just
right,
simply
right.
wasn't a family anymore. And that help turned into a nightmare for me.
You went in for counseling to try to mend the family. And how did the abuse get introduced into this?
I don't know.
Had you told anyone in your family about it?
No. And it haunts me. Because to be betrayed, just so people can tune in and laugh at you and judge you and criticize you and make you feel less than when you already feel less than.
So you believe,
it's terrible.
You in your heart believe that someone in your family gave producers information about you being sexually abused so that people could watch the show. I know you understand this
I
allegation.
understand where you're coming from, but I know for sure I didn't tell her. I know that we never had a one-on-one conversation. And so when that came out, I was stunned. And my relationship with not just my family, but my job, the network.
Told.
I remember when this was like a bigger thing. It was like it's starting to come up again. Who do y'all think did that? Yeah, they do. They do. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't remember that. Let me go give me a snack right quick. I can see it though, because she does have a lot of health things. Maybe I just don't really pay attention. Tony, what it do, Tony? Was this the dinner scene? Why you keep saying toe Wanda? We all know, yeah, family secrets. Sometimes you gotta have boundaries. Everybody needs to have boundaries with family members, but I think people are just scared. I think people don't want to feel left out. I think FOMO gets in the way, fear of missing out. Family parties, functions. You watching everybody on Facebook be at the cookout and you like sitting at home by yourself. It's not easy. Yeah. I feel like as you get older and people start passing away, I think that's when all the family secrets start coming out. Funerals, second families, so many different things you learn about people once they passed away. Oh, I don't remember that. 2006 to 2008. No wonder I don't remember that. I was in college. Yeah, it is. And it's normally the people at the top who are the gatekeepers. This is supposed to be a sweet potato sneakerdoodle. I don't taste no sweet potato. She blamed Oprah? Maybe because she's a star. The star of the family, she's never really had to take accountability. Yeah, it's supposed to be a from this cookie place out here in Texas. A sweet potato snickerdoodle. It just tastes like a snickerdoodle. And I went in there and I waited for it to, it was fresh out the oven. But it just tastes like a regular cookie. You glad sweet potato season. It's from this place in Texas called the Cookie Society. It's like a crumble, but it's black owned, and every month they have different cookies. So me and my kids go there every Friday pretty much. Or at least like every other Friday. I think she's just too tired. And I feel like, why are y'all putting it on Tony though? Why does Tony have to be the one? Why is it on Tony? Tony is tired. Y'all see the stress is wearing on her body. She's so skinny. And I wonder if her hair is a lot thinner than it was 2 seasons ago. That now she always in a wig. We could occasionally sprinkled in her short hair, but not no more. They treat her like they are fans, but she probably sees them like they are burdens. Okay, like they are burdens. I think there's also just like a lot of shame around this topic in the Black community too. And then who knows? I'm not saying this is true. I'm really not. But who knows if the things that have happened to her were by somebody else in the family. That's even harder because then once you talk about it and you bring it to the surface, people start asking questions. Who was it? How old were you? It just opens up a can of worms. Oh, okay. Was that like the early 2000s? Chosen first, like for the record entertainment industry. Or about the abuse. I think they said nobody believes her, honestly, in the family. I remember hearing that too. She felt like the same thing was happening to Ashley that has happened to her. That's why she really wanted to reach out and help her and give her like a platform. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very true. Nobody wants to be authentic. No one wants to turn the mirror on themselves and show how they have contributed to where we are, where the sisterhood is. It's easier just to continue to blame Tamar. It's easier just to blame her. But until like people want to get real with themselves, you can't do any type of healing. You gotta be willing to be real with yourself. And I always don't think a lot of people are willing to sit with themselves and be vulnerable with themselves, to recognize my wrongs, to be vulnerable, to look at all the things I've been through. That shit like hurts and it's uncomfortable. Oh, I have been. I've been reading them. So it says, I think they're all old enough to heal themselves, but everyone got to be willing to reflect and stop pointing fingers. They lacked honesty and self-awareness, says the ancestors. But yeah, I agree. Like, I agree with this comment that people need to be more self-aware, but it's uncomfortable to sit with yourself. So people are not really going to do that. So this comment says, people are always afraid to look in the mirror and realize the boogeyman might be them. You right. It's tough work. Yeah, you right with this comment. You ain't gotta say Candyman, Candyman, Candyman because you Candyman. You Candyman. Oh, yes, Tony. Tony's saying he needs to go ahead and just join. Yes, join the membership. You need to, as become as big as Kim Pyre and Carlos King. They need to just have me come on the show. Y'all need to be tagging me in the videos. You need to tag me in the videos. But we growing. We have grown a lot. I thought we have grown. This channel has grown so much since July. My goal to end the year is to end the year with 16,000 subs. And I think I'm like, 450 away from that? I think I can hit that. Somebody said, look at how Trina is responding, saying Gabe is no longer her like. I miss what you're saying. Yep. D-Shay, yep. You might be Candyman. Yep. You ain't gotta say Candyman because you're looking at Candyman in the mirror. Okay, Elle is saying, but how is it Ashley is miles younger than the second generation, yet she's opened up tremendously about her abuse and the abuse she's inflicted upon her own sister. She's braver than her elders. Yeah, the new generation of people, Gen X, not Gen X, Gen Zers, they are living out loud. They don't want to, repeat the same struggle story that their elders, family members have been in. They're just more authentic, and it's like, accept me for who I am or don't accept me at all. That's why I go on no contact. People talking about their relationship with their parents openly and publicly. It's coming from the new generation of people. Okay, it's coming from the new generation of people. And it's somewhere along the way, I think that Ashley felt empowered to speak her truth and not have the fear get the best of her. Somebody said, I think deep down Tamar respects Ashley for her honesty. I do. That's why she brought her on the platform. I agree. Somebody said, I like the idea of them taking a retreat or filming in a house for several weeks and having an individual therapist and a family therapist. Heck, that could be season 3 right there. Yes. Yes. That's season 3 right there. Rent a little mansion. Okay, somewhere in Malibu. Okay. Force the sisters to come out to LA. Tony is always traveling for her show. Force them to come to LA. Okay. So the sweet potato pie was way in the back. You know what? Hey, half this damn cookie. And just get into the sweet potato part. It tastes like a sweet potato pie cookie. Okay, somebody is saying Trina Braxton, when she was married to Gabe, was battling alcohol addiction. True. Very true. She got, 1 or 2 DUIs. My point is, recently on the show, Tawana gifted Trina a giant bottle of vodka and a shot of shot glasses. Yes, she has struggled. Is she in recovery, though, if you never really did the work? I don't even know if Trina feels like she ever had a problem with alcohol. So, I don't really know. Could there have been better gifts? Yes, of course. But some of y'all have said y'all think that blind Trina be sitting in the house drinking. So Jess said, I was rewatching this episode with Ayanla, and it was so obvious that this family was not ready to deal with the issues that has been plaguing them for years. Yes. Now, I so wish we could recap them Ayanla episodes, but I'd have to start a Patreon, another thing, and then I have to get y'all to come over to Patreon. I just don't know if I want to do like another thing. But yeah, we could do all that over there on Patreon because you guys behind a paywall. I was like, I don't know if I want to do another thing. But I would love to like recap some of the old episodes of the Braxtons, the old episodes of Ayanla, even live watch some episodes with y'all, but I could probably only do that on Patreon. Yep, generational curses need to be broken down, says Deshay. Yep. Deshay said, season 3, but you want them in separate houses on the same property, at least commit the same property. But then I feel like if they're in separate houses, that would defeat the purpose, though. I want to force y'all to be in the same house. It could be a mansion. You can have 10 bedrooms. Bedrooms are spread out between, I guess production can be in a house somewhere else, but some of production be inside in case something go down. Okay, we need a camera crew. But yeah, I think they all should be in the same house. I don't think that them being in separate houses it defeats the purpose to me. Somebody else said Ashley is speaking truth, but also feel Ashley was being strategic, not judging, but it was calculated. How so? How so? Yeah, so you want my opinion about why would Tawana give Trina a birthday gift of a giant bottle of vodka with matching shot glasses, knowing Trina is a recovering alcoholic? Because Trina set the boundary. that you can't give me those kind of gifts. And Trina probably be drinking. Okay. Don't we see her at these little like fake little dinners and lunches they've been doing? She be having a drink in her hand. I personally didn't know that Trina was in recovery. Mm. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about right there. Somebody said Trina is scaring them. She looks stressed and depressed. She does. That man stressing her out. She also just has so much grief that she hasn't processed. Okay. All that grief. And what are you doing to cope with that grief? Are you drinking? Are you eating? Are you sleeping? Are you avoiding? I don't think you turn that mirror around to look at, you know, the grief, the trauma, everything you've been through. So you see it wearing on her. Somebody said, right, her saying Gabe is dead and her niece shouldn't talk about his issues was very annoying. I agree. Even after death, Trina is still sticking up for him more than her own family. It's so sad, y'all. Yeah, I think that Vaughn and Trina just sit in the house and drink. Tony, what you got to say, Tony? You feel like I feel like Ayanla is a life coach and not a therapist. Correct. But I could be wrong. No, you're not wrong. Okay. I feel like Tawanda revealed Tamar's essay to Ayanla without her consent. I do not know if Ayanla is qualified. She's not qualified to help. I'm going to tell you that right now. Ayanla is not qualified. She is not qualified. They need a therapist, a psychologist, someone who has experience, who has been in the field working on these kind of things. Somebody said, take them back to their childhood where it all started. See, it comes out true in true form. Yeah, go back to childhood. Somebody said, for God's sakes, Trina had a bar named Bar Chicks. That's why I'm like, where y'all getting the recovery thing from? When has she ever said that she was in recovery? Somebody said, I think Ashley was motivated by something like her boyfriend or something. Someone told her that information was worth. No, I disagree. Yeah, I do know Ashley does not actually live here, right? She lives in Spain. Okay. She ran away from the US, from her family. I think she was living in Paris for like 3 years. And then she moved to Spain. She's been living in Spain and overseas for like the last 8 to 9 years. She completely did no contact, left the country, y'all. Okay. I think she only came back under the guise that Tamar wanted a relationship with her, but then felt afterwards that Tamar just used her for storyline. But she has really nothing to gain from telling her story, but to help other people. You know, some of y'all just saying stuff that I don't even know is true, so I'm not about to read it out loud. But I think that Ashley is just trying to help other people see that they can heal. You can share your story, even if it hurts other people, to still come out and be present, be authentic, and work and heal, even amongst the chaos that your family is still living in. She has to me, like nothing to gain. She don't even live here. Okay, she don't even live here. It takes more work for her to come over here and film something than just to be at home over there. Oh, Tony said, I think if Trina feels that her dead, husband, she said, then tell us what happened and clear his name. Trina's not a truth teller, though, y'all. She's not a truth teller. She's a follower. Okay, she's a follower. What is there to gain for Trina to tell the truth? All these sisters, most of the time, there's something to be gained. And that's why for Trina, clearing his name, being honest about things, I just don't think there's anything to be gained for her. Oops. I don't know about that. I do not know about that. But next week we're gonna get Trina's wedding. Tawanda's wedding next week. I just sit through that episode. Lord have mercy. I'm going to sit through that episode and recap it for y'all. Oh man. This show did not need to come back. It don't need to be 8 episodes. We're on episode 6. It could have been done tonight. Or should I say yesterday? It could have been done last week. Tony said, I'm tired of all these stans attacking Tamar and bashing her assumptions of her personality. There is still no justification for her sister's actions. Tamar is not a perfect person. I agree. Tony. As usual, I agree with you, Tony. That's why it's hard for me to watch some of the Carlos King when he's on there with, I haven't even watched it because I know he has it on his Patreon. Him with Blue Centric. Because she's a blogger. She's a personality similar to Jessie Wu. Another person who does not have experience with psychology, trauma, family therapy. Just someone on there just saying stuff. And Carlos reacting to it. See, now y'all just bringing up stuff from out of nowhere. Katrina said, what more of the wedding can we see? It's all over Facebook and TikTok, so. Oh, Tony, you don't watch Kempire or Carlos King? Why? I used to watch when he was doing the Mondays with Dr. Heavenly, but once they kind of stopped doing them together, I watch here and there of him and Claudia and Dustin. I liked it then when it was just him and Dustin, and then he brought on Claudia. I just haven't picked up too much of it. It was so much better when Dr. Heavenly was on there. Maybe because Married to Medicine is about to start coming back. Maybe him and Dr. Heavenly can fix the beef, whatever they got going on, and get it back together. Okay. I don't mind Kempire because I've watched other people such as, I don't know if y'all familiar with DJ Richie Scott. I like Kempire because I feel like he's talking and not talking to just fill a video and make money off the video. I think there are other people who report on pop culture, celebrity stuff, and sometimes you watch the video and it's like this video could have been 3 minutes, but you're adding in filler to make it a 10-minute video so you can make more money. At least when I watch Kempire, I feel like there's more to He's just not on there trying to make money off the video. Okay. Even though he did a video a couple weeks ago with talking about how Giselle and Robin were breaking their silence about Wendy. And the whole video was him just playing their podcast. And that was annoying. Okay. Like, this whole video is you just playing their podcast, like no commentary. Okay. They are very messy, yeah. They are messy. But messiness gets subscribers and gets the people talking. That's why my channel is like not as big as it should be. So I'm not super messy. And I don't say everything that everybody else is already saying. I try and say something different. I used to watch Funky before he switched his format. He's like more polished now. He has all the cameras in his basement. I liked it when it was just him standing in front of his green screen yelling at his dogs. Okay. I liked it back then. I have not really, started watching again since he switched up the format. No, it's okay to be messy. No, I'm not gonna put all your comments up here. But yeah, Tony, he likes watching Funky Dineva. He doesn't like watching Carlos King or Kempire because of voices. They're being messy and they switch up too much. I do feel like Carlos at times, Carlos flip-flops, but then notice when Claudia and Dustin are eating up people that he gets quiet. He lets them take over the show and he sits there and doesn't say anything because of the relationships that he has with some of these people. I've noticed that he can't be objective because of the relationships he has with some of the people that they're talking about. Wendy is one of those people I noticed that with. Somebody said, I say recovery myself because Trina doesn't seem like she's in that bad space of a full-blown alcohol addiction. Like when she was married to Gabe, it was really bad and intense. But I don't feel like Trina has ever said she has a drinking problem. She got the DUI. She really didn't want to talk about it. She herself has not said she's in recovery because she hasn't really said anything about having a problem. Okay. Tony said he used to watch Kempire. You're trying to warm up to him again. I'll watch Kempire. I kind of fell off Funky. I fell off DJ Richie Sky. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but it seems like he's more about promoting his travel business. So half the video is sign up for the travel thing, sign up to go to Vietnam, sign up for the travel club. And his video can really be like maybe 3 minutes, but he stretches it out for like 10 minutes and it's just so unnecessary. So I fell off of him. So you said Trina and Gabe had discussions on the show back then of Trina being a drunk past the level of decency. Gabe said if she didn't stop, he wanted a divorce and that was bad. But still, Trina has not said she has a problem. Other people around you can see that you have a problem, but if you don't admit you have a problem, then there's no work that's going to happen. Oh, you like Richie? I discovered him during the pandemic, and I feel like during the pandemic, his content, he was more invested in the content. Now it's like he's trying to do more coaching, lifestyle stuff. So you could tell his videos are a little bit, I don't want to say half-assed, but he's just not invested in it in the same way as he used to be. So I fell off of him and kind of went more of the Kempire, some of his videos. They do. They do. But she has a lot of grief. Somebody said Trina's eyes look so sad every episode. I hope she's able to find real peace within herself. She has to be willing to turn the mirror on herself, y'all, and she's not willing. No. Denise, do you ever watch Bondi Blue? You might appreciate her take on pop culture. You know who I actually started watching that reminds me? That's Jamie. Like my content kind of follows hers, like it gets suggested into her stuff. So I'll watch her here and there. Bondi Blue, I remember watching her when she was at such a smaller channel. I feel like beginning of the pandemic, but I don't watch her like that. No, her stuff also pops up in my feed. So maybe I'll try it. Okay, maybe I'll try it. I see that her and Jamie and somebody else, they do like a little ladies thing that they do where they go live, all three of them together. Gabe, Tony said Gabe and decency. Gabe can do top tier gaslighting like his sisters in law. See, Tony, you agree. DJ Richie used to be a lot better. He's just not invested anymore. He's not invested. He's trying to go more of the lifestyle and coaching thing. And then, like, why didn't he go to BravoCon? I don't get that either. Why didn't he go to BravoCon? But then I also try and be a little bit easy on him because I know he's gone through a lot of grief. He's had a lot of, I think maybe his father passed away or his sister or both. And like a friend passed away all within like the last 3 years. So I kind of know he's been through like a lot. So. But yeah, I used to watch Funky like every day. That was just like a way for me to decompress from work, was to come home and like watch his lives. It's just like I just don't watch it as much anymore. You know what I've been watching, y'all? That also I wish I could recap. I've been watching Pop the Balloon episodes. That's like my new little thing right now, is to watch Pop the Balloon. But once again, if I want to do recaps of those, I have to put it behind a paywall. And I was like, do I want to do like another thing? Okay, y'all like Empire. But yeah, I've just been on like a Pop the Balloon thing recently. Oh, I haven't seen ones that have older people. I haven't seen the ones with older people. And I'm not watching them in any kind of order, just whatever comes in my feed. Those are the ones I watch. I did watch the one that was last week with the OnlyFans model. My son actually watched that one, a little bit of that one with me. It was kind of funny to watch him watch it. He like, I don't like her. She got too much makeup on and she's too tall. And then like 2 seconds later, the guy say the same thing. It's like, am I raising you good? Am I raising you bad? But yeah, it's been like my little decompress comfort show is watching Pop the Balloon. But yeah, it's been a good evening, y'all. I'm probably gonna hop off here and go get in the bed. You know, finish my little cookie, watch me some TV. But I appreciate y'all. Another fun night. Okay. I'm gonna go live tomorrow night and talk about Married at First Sight. So come on in. Even if you don't watch the show, just come on in and have a good time. Support the channel. You know, it's always a good time on here. Oh, is it not Pop the Balloon? Is it something else? It's on the last talk show. Is that under the Pop the Balloon brand or is that something different? Maybe that's something different. But yeah, Katrina, I'm waiting for your answer before I log off. I'll look it up though. Oh, it's a different YouTube channel. Okay. Okay. Do they let you recap? I know Pop the Balloon is like, y'all can't recap no more. we gonna we gonna give y'all a copyright strike. Okay. But I know it's this other one that does like let you recap it. Isn't it called like Mountain something? That guy who wears like the wig and like the suits. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a black guy who I guess is okay with people like reacting to it. You know what I'm talking about then, Katrina. But it's another one of those pop the balloon type shows. So I've been watching that and Cocoa Butter, the show where they have people come on and 4 people make apple pie and who make the best apple pie. Right now they have a series on where it's like, was this cooked by a black person? Was this cooked by a white person? And they all blind taste test the food to try and guess if it was like, you know, an Asian person who made it versus a black person. So that's like another thing I kind of have been watching, just to kind of like decompress. And sometimes want to watch something that's just like, that's not work, that I'm not recapping. Just to have like kind of a little light night. Okay, so somebody else is saying that they love the cocoa butter cooking videos. Yes. See, I also wish I could react to those. Copyright. Wouldn't be able to do that either. Okay. But I love watching those cocoa butter cooking videos. I think last week, didn't they do like spaghetti? Was it a black chef or a white person cooked the spaghetti? They did fried rice. Was it a black person or an Asian person who cooked the fried rice? Sometimes I'd be like, where do they find these people? I'm like, where do they find these people? Okay. Yes. It's always, you know, somebody says it's always funny to hear someone thinks that they have the best and they get ranked last. Yes. And they be haters. They be haters. They know the chicken be good, but they be like, I'm gonna give this piece of chicken a 2 because it lacks seasoning. When the other 3 people are like, the piece of chicken was a 9. It's like, oh, you trying to low rank this person because you think your shit gonna be better and you try and get a higher score. Okay. But it's always one person on there who just rank it low just because they don't want the other. They know the chicken is better than theirs. They know the rice, whatever it is. And I'm hoping that they'll have some like holiday ones come up. I like the ones where they were doing like the new generation versus the old generation. Like last year they did what, apple pie, or was it like a peach cobbler or something like that. New school versus like the old school way of making something. Yes, haters. Yes. Okay. The funniest is when they ask one, they taste one good and they say, "Is this mine?" Like, no, honey. Or when they say, like, "Oh, this don't taste that good," it be they own. Who made this spaghetti? It don't taste that great. It be they spaghetti. It's like, oh my God. But yeah, I like watching that. Their channel has grown a lot with those white versus black, Mexican versus black, enchiladas, whatever they do. The channel has really grown on there. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good Saturday night. I'm gonna go relax, enjoy my evening. I'll be back tomorrow for Married at First Sight. So just come on in, have a good time. If you don't watch the show, you know it's always a good kiki. You know, join us live. But make sure you guys leave some comments under the video. You share it, you like it as usual. I appreciate you guys. Some of y'all been on here the whole 2 hours. 2 hours we've been on here tonight. But thank you guys. Appreciate you guys as usual. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.